that burnt toast you may have left in the toaster oven or the oven, and you forgot that there was a time limit on leaving it in there, and that time limit expired. I don't want this to happen, but this is the example of what's going to happen to the middle class if they stay inside of the same mindset, stay inside of the same system that they're operating in. I really don't want this to happen, but we're right here. We're going to be toast. Great day, great day, great day. Another day, another opportunity. Super excited. Doing something different. Had to really step outside my comfort zone and said, okay, things have changed in my life, but there's life, there's hope, and there's no room for excuses. So normally I got some good stuff behind me, and I knew that YouTube is one of the engines right now. So much going on in the world. You may know, you may not know. I'm not sure. You may not know what's going on in the world. You may completely, with all due respect, have your head completely in the sand, and I'm not putting you down, but I'm just speaking reality, because many have drunk the sauce. Many have allowed the system that has been poured in their mind since they were babies. No one may have never told you this, but it was a system downloaded. The teacher who taught you, who taught your parents, those teachers didn't come up with that curriculum. Okay, that's another subject we'll get into at another time, and maybe you can go into some of my old YouTube videos and hear about this, especially on my podcast. But I said, let me just get away from having all of the motion and all of the good. We'll have some pictures on, you'll see some pictures on this one, but let me just talk real, because right now, as you see, and you may know, a lot is going on, and some may be losing hope. But no, where there's life, there's hope. God is in control, right? You got to know that everything that's happening, even though it may look so bad, God is in control. Don't give up, because where there's life, there's hope. You're breathing. You got the ultimate gift. Now, what are you going to do with it? So why are the middle class toast? Why are they like that burnt piece of bread that was left in the toaster oven, or left in the oven, or left in the toaster, forgot it was in there? So many of us are forgetting, or may not even know, that we're in a system that's going out in our face. But we're not going to sit and wait till it completely goes out. We still got to eat. We still got to keep a roof over our head. We still got to feed the family. We still got to pay the bills. We still got to pay that car note. You still got to pay that student loan. You still got to get out of debt. You still got that mortgage. You still got other things, with all due respect, that may not even be relevant to what's important today, but we're not going to wait on that. And there's a way for you, because there's a life jacket that's been thrown out there, great people. That life jacket is called information. And like the Bible says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. My people perish, for the lack of knowledge. One more time. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Wow, a lot of people are perishing. A lot of people are losing jobs. Not your fault on that. A lot of people are losing a lot. People are passing away. We were born to die, but it's just to the next level in today's time. So what are we missing? So at the end of the day, they say money is not important, but money affects everything that is important. Yes or yes? Well, that means that, hey man, money is important. Your health is important too. But in order to eat right, which we shouldn't be eating enough. Let me stop. That's not about this subject. We're eating too much. But if I want good health, I need a community that's going to guide me into getting good health. And I also need the currency, the money, to get good foods, right? If I'm going to do so-called organics in whatever co-op or whatever farmer's market you may be dealing with, you need the money. If I want to live in a decent zip code, I need the money. If I got to pay this electric bill as inflation goes up, I need the money. As the gas bill goes up, I need the money. You see what I'm saying? So it's important. These things are vital moving forward in this economy. But what's going on? Why are the middle class going to be toast? It's because of the lack of knowledge. the understanding or not understanding or not even thinking, because we've been put into a situation mentally where we're not even thinking about our number one expense, which is taxes. Now many are blessed, but they may be doing $250,000. I'm speaking of the high income earning middle class, may be doing very well. And I'm happy for, never hating on no one. I'm excited for people who have it going on. But what is your number one expense? Just like I mentioned, it's taxes. You're doing $250,000. Okay, you're a high paid tech person in IT. You may be doing 6 figures, but you're giving away 35, almost 40% in taxes are going to get worse. But you're just giving it away because you don't understand the knowledge on how to keep it. This is important, okay? This is very important. So what's going to really destroy the middle class? We had an example in 2008. We just had the COVID calamity that just took place a few years ago. Time is moving. So every 7 to 10 years, something major happens. We're way overdue. And if the middle class have most of their wealth tied into the stock market, nothing wrong with the stock market if you're a professional, okay? Most middle class people aren't taking time to become a professional trader, become a professional investor. They're employees. Nothing wrong with being an employee, but it is something wrong with being an employee if that's all you're doing. You don't have a side project. You don't have something that can free you in the future if you want to be free. You don't have something that will protect you. Like I mentioned, most of your wealth, your retirement, your 401k, mutual funds, bonds, pensions, it's tied to Wall Street, Social Security. They don't have that money. And it's not me. You look it up. You're watching one of the biggest, or if not the biggest, search engine on the planet, YouTube. It's all out there for us to study. But fear is keeping us back. Wanting to have fun is keeping us back. And I know for those that may be watching this that's in Washington, D.C. area, the Generals are having a winning streak. Yay! You may have bought season tickets. Yay! Right now, it's no time for playing. Get your freedom. Because there's so much stuff that's happening in the back that we don't understand. There's so much going on to bring you and your family down and my family down. But the difference between you and I'm working to rebuild business. I'm working to bring the information to the people. I'm working to, because I know the more you solve a problem in other people's lives, the quicker my problems get solved. See what I'm saying? Because if you fail, if I fail, or if you have success, or if I have success, we just go to the mirror and we thank, or we look at that person and say, wow, it's all your fault. So why would the middle class get destroyed? Just like I stated, they're not in control of anything. They're not in control of their finances. The job controls it. We see jobs dismissing people. The stock market is at an all-time high. I mean, it's being manipulated, okay, big time, but there's still opportunity. When something goes down, there's always something going up. But this time, we're going to experience something the world has never experienced. And I just want you to be prepared and be on the right side of what Mr. Robert Kiyosaki states and calls the cash flow quadrant. E is for employee. S is for specialist, like a doctor, lawyer, small business. Then you have I and B, which represents investor and big business. So you and I need to be on the I and B side. Big business is actually taking away from you. As soon as you're watching television, they're pushing things in your head. Big business, you have to deal with them all the time because they have all of the products, goods, and services that you need, and that I need, that I want, that you want. But how do I get back what they're taking from me? We talked about taxes, and I'm not going to go all in debt, okay, with all of that. But I want you to watch this video. This is going to be on the Wealth Worksheet. Just look at it and see where you are financially. How much of your hard-earned currency, because cash, what you work for, you're not working for money, you're working for currency. You can feel that you're not working for money when you go to the grocery store. You just may not understand it, okay? When a jar of, I use sun butter, but you may be doing peanut butter. I like the healthier choice, which is sun butter. That's almost $8 based on where you're going to get it. Where back in the day, peanut butter might have been 50 cents. So you're not working for money, you're working for currency, you're working for cash, and cash loses value based on what they call quantitative easing. Let me bring it down. It's just printing of cash, more debt to fund things that have nothing to do with educating you on how to withstand the storm that the government, okay, and those who control the government have created. So that's a whole nother subject, but once again, I want you to watch that video and listen to the Wealth Worksheet video, because this is going to educate you for free, things that school didn't teach, on how you won't be toast and how you can become a person of value in your home, because that's the number one economy. It's the economy inside your home with all these things going on. Even though the rich and wealthy, they're still going through their things, but I'd rather have certain problems than just don't have a money problem, because what's going to happen is going to happen. Okay, if you stay plugged in to myself and my community, you'll learn more about it, because this is about learning. And as you learn more, not like you have to go into a deep study and study things that have no type of help towards what's going on out here. No financial education in school. Why should I go to school and get in all this debt? And they ain't teaching me that the dollar is it's melting away. That's basically what is. I heard days are numbered. And when I say that, I'm meaning that look at the prices. You can't keep printing cash and funding other things that have nothing to do with here to help the population. It has to fall. I mean, history is like Mark Twain said, just look at the past, because the past, you have a better outlook on the future, and the future is now. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, great people, I'm super excited about those who are going to make a change. There's still opportunity, but you got to move fast. You got to move fast. You gotta put fun to the side. This is not a fun time unless you got your I's dotted, T's crossed. One thing I want to say before I end this, I want you to understand, and I remember this story. I have actually met an older gentleman, and he told me that he lost so much of his, and this is when I used to drive Uber. He said he lost so much of his wealth in the 401k in the 2008 crash. And he's not going to be able to stop working. And that's a scary situation, great people, because as you get older, your body wears down, especially if you're not taking care of your body. Excuse me, especially if you're eating all the time, you're not exercising, you don't have a good community to help lift you up, it's going to wear you out. So that short story right there always lays in my head to keep pushing. And I'm transparent. My business went downhill because of mismanaging. So I've learned from that. So it's either you work linear income, which is your time for money, or you learn to build residual income and learn to invest, because you're nowhere on the road to success if you're not investing and you're in control of your investments. Okay? So I just wanted to share that brief story. This person lost almost everything and said they can't stop working. Now they have their life so they can make some changes and learn to invest and learn to create residual income, because that's the only way. How can you work for something that's lost basically 99% of her purchasing power? You're working, you're rushing to work, you're beeping the horn, you're mad, you don't really like working around the people you're there. You're going to the store, you see the prices are going up, cost of living is going up, gas is fluctuating, and with the stuff that's happening overseas, it's going to go to the moon, oil is going to go to the moon. Other assets that you and I can be holding are going to go to the moon too. But if you don't understand the importance of holding on to other assets while you work on creating residual income, this is just scribble scrabble talk to you. So with that being said, once again, I want you to plug into that video. I want you to watch this video here. This is going to allow you to understand where you are in life financially and how you can win and take care of the number one economy, which is the economy in your home. Until next time, Demi, Sanya with A Rich Education.